Hello guys, today in this video I like to show you how to create a login system in Laravel. At first I'll create one route for the login phase. I have already made a blade file for login here, and to direct this into that view I'll just write the name of the blade file, that is login, and I'll start my uh, application using the artisan command, PSP artisan serve. Okay, now I'll enter that link. Here it is. I have nothing here. Now I'll create one form inside here. Before that form I'll create one container, div, and inside that I'll create one form. Okay, here inside here div I'll write I'm using here w3 CSS, so I'll write here w3 container, and inside this form I'll give one input. Now first I'll write here label email, and here I'll give one input type email. Okay, and I'll just see here it is. Now for this input type I'll write here, I'll give here one class w3 css class, that is w3 input, w3 border, w3 round. I'll give border and the border shape will be round shape. Okay, here it is. And okay, now let's check it out. Here it is, email, and I'll just make a simple one, not a nice one. I'll just make a simple to explain the login system of Laravel backend. I'll mainly focus on backend. Password, and here I'll write the type password, and I'll give the name here, name equals to email, and here password equals to name equals to password. Okay, now inside this form I'll give one button, 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 and button name is login, and I'll give the class here, class equals to w3 btn. Okay, just this much, simple. Here I'll give the color, let's give the color btn brown, maybe. I don't know. To give the color, I have not used much this w3 css. Okay, here it is. Now what I need to do is I have to create a migration for the data to store, and the model for that table. And first I'll create PSP artisan make migration, create customers table. Okay, here it is. I have created one customer table, and here in ID I'll just write here customer ID, which will be auto incremented by default, and dollar table string, that will be name, and dollar table string, that will be email, and another last one dollar table string. I don't give large number of data input. I'll just give few, that is name, email, and password. That's it. Now I'll migrate this using the artisan command, php artisan migrate. I face some issue here, and you are not allowed to call it to MariaDB. Okay, I think what's happening with this now? I should check it out. Not working. Let's see whether my server is working or not. It's working here, and okay, localhost 33. I'll see the environment here. See. Okay. Now I think I have already customer table, so I'll just write what I need to do is now I'll create the another file that is let's just give here customer, not customer. So I'll just run again php migrate. Okay, the migration is done successfully. Now what I need to do is I have to create the model for this migration. So I'll make one model using the artisan command. Model helps to interact with the database. They helps to perform the CRUD operation in Laravel, and model also help to define the relationship between the tables. So to create the model, I'll just use php artisan make model, and the name of the model, that is customer model. Okay, the model is created successfully, and here in model I'll define the table name and the primary key of that table. So for that I just need protected $table name is customer, the table name is customer, and another thing I have written protected $primary key, and the primary key is customer ID. That's it. And my model is created successfully. Now what I need to do is I have to create one controller, that is, let's say, login controller. php artisan make controller. The controller always has to handle the http request, and they have to perform the logic inside the Laravel. php artisan make controller, and we have to write the controller name. Let's write login controller. Okay, controller is created successfully, and here it is login controller, and I have here one route. Okay, it's just showing the login page, and I'll just connect that login controller here. Use app slash maybe after app we have http after we are just giving the path of the controllers, and after the name of the controller, that is login controller. Okay, that's it. Now I'll make one route using the controller route get okay, and here I'll just write login name of the controller, login controller slash class, and here should be the name of the function that I have not defined. So let's define here in login controller public function check login. I'm just giving the name of the function check login, so I just need to give this name here inside here, check login. Now this should be in post method, because I have given I'll just write in form here. The method is post, and the action it perform is, I'll just write here one curly bracket, and where it is now, it should be inside here, and here I'll just write URL, and inside the URL we will give the path, that is just a slash. Just for now we have given just a backslash. Okay, but the method is post, so it will identify. Now I'll just write here @csrf. Okay, Now let's check here. We'll reload this page and we'll just create login. Okay, login controller target class login controller as app http does not exist, it says like that. Okay, let me check now. I have here login controller, name of the controller, that is login controller, and here I have used the login controller and the check function route post slash. Okay, now inside here I'll just give here one validation request, qst request. What is happening? A qst request dollar request. Okay, now here I'll just give a validation for email and password, dollar request validate, and what I need to validate is email. I'll just write here required, and the input field should be of email. Okay, and another password, that is also required. Okay, now continue it. Still it is saying I have to check where I have done the mistake. CONOLLS. That this is my mistake. Now let me check it. I'll reload it. Okay, now what it has said to me, unexpected token. Where I have made the unexpected token, let me see here in login controller. Okay, I've just forgot to give the semicolon here. Now I think it will work. Let me continue. Yes, no error. Now to show this validation, what I need to do is here, I'll just write here inside this field here Spain, and inside here what I'll give is, I'll just say @error and @int error. Okay, and in error I'll just write email, and inside here I'll just write dollar message. Whatever the error it is, it will throw here in this message box. So when we have not given anything, and okay, I have just write here message. Okay, now whenever I just write here, I just give here blank and I'll log in here, it will say the email field is required in this way. Okay, let's give here one via. Okay, now let's say I have nothing here, it says email field is required, and I have not entered email, just I have entered some text here, and I'll just type to login. Okay, I'll change the type of this input to for now text, and I'll reload it, and in place of email I'm just writing here some text, and I'll just click on login. The email field must be a valid email address. In this way the validation is done in Laravel. So now I'll just give this to for password also. For now we can give a design for this, but for now we are not giving it. I'm just showing the way it works. Okay, now just I'll keep here blank and I'll just log in. The password field is required. Okay, it's working, the validation is working. Now what I need to do is I have to transfer this to here, and I have to check here whether the password is I have to authenticate the password with database. So for now what I need to do is I have to just give here one variable dollar credentials, and inside the dollar credentials I have to give here equals to dollar request only email and email and password. Okay, that's it. Now what I need to do is I have to make one users table. For before that I have to use here model number, use use app slash model, maybe models slash, and the model name that is customer model. Okay, now here what I need to do is dollar users equals to model model name that is customer model, and I have to use where clause here, where email will be equal to dollar credentials email. We have to match that whether it is inside the database or not, and we only use one row, so for that I'm giving a first. Okay, now if there is no email, then what we need to do, if exclamation mark users, if there is no email, then what message it should throw back, that is return back with success. And here I should write no, not success here, fail. I'll just write fail, the user not found. That's it, user not found. And to show this message here, I have to write here @ if and @ inctif and @if and @inctif. Okay, in first what I need to write is if session has success, then it should throw I'll just give a simple label here, label. Okay, it should throw, what it need to throw is session get success. Okay, session if there is success. Okay, now for the test I'll just write here success, and I'll just log in here. Okay, what it said, that undefined user http users. I need to see this. I'm just creating here one variable, not more than that. My mistake. So right here, if I just forgot to give the $sign here. Okay, continue. Unexpected token. Okay, I have not filled all this one. Why here this inctif @csrf. Okay, label here, inside label, just giving this one. Okay, now in the same way I am just giving this to this if, for this if and inctif. If session has fail, this is for if session has fail. Okay, then it will perform this code session get fail. Okay, now what it says, let me check. Okay, login, the user not found. Okay, it throw the message the user not found. Okay, now we have to create the database. I think I have already created the database. I'll use the table Hensi and I'll make to show the table. So table, for now I'm just using the customer table, so I'll just write here select all from customer. Let me see the table customer, select all from customer. Okay, nothing here. I'll just give one entry input. Let me maximize it. See at gmail.com and I'll just give the password 1234. That's it. Okay, let me enter. Now I'll just run this query here. Here it is. Okay, now when I'll just click on login, now it is not showing that the user not found because the user is already there. So now what we need to do in the next part, we have already found the users. Now in the next part we have to match the password. So now in elif what we need to do is dollar credential password dollar credential password should be if dollar credential password is may not be equal to dollar users password. So in this case what we need to do, in this case we'll throw the message return back with I'll just write here fail and I'll just the password does not match for now. Okay, now what if password is matched? Now in another case we'll write else if dollar credential email is equal to dollar users email and dollar credential dollar credential password. Oh, here just forgot. Now credential password is equal to dollar users password. In this case what we need to do now, we'll just throw the message return back with success. I'll just say welcome user for now, just for now. Okay, that's it. In first case we are checking whether the account is inside the database or not. In second case we are checking the password whether it is correct or not, and in third case we are just matching both email and password. Okay, now we'll just run the code here login welcome user because the password is also matched. Now if I'll say here okay, now if I'll say I'll just enter this email, wrong email, it say the user not found, and I have entered the right email but I have just entered the wrong password, then it says the password does not match. Now the password and the email both are correct, then it says welcome user email. Okay, in this way we can just create a email login system in Laravel. For today this much. Thank you.